Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 147. Coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What the hell is up, world? I just watched Red 1. It is a new Christmas action comedy thing starring The Rock. I'ma never call him Dwayne Johnson. I grew up in the Attitude Era. The Rock, Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, Kiernan Shipka, Lucy Liu, Christopher Hiviju, Bonnie Hunt. It is directed by Jake Kasdan, who directed Orange County. I believe he directed Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story, Sex Tape, maybe Bad Teacher, the two most recent Jumanji movies, and a feature or two that I am forgetting. You got a group of characters. You got some mythological beings who disagree with Santa Claus's methods on Christmas. And you got a tracker who might not have the most straight and narrow moral compass, and the head of Santa's security team who is kind of losing his love of the job. But when Santa is abducted, he must be rescued. I'm gonna just tell y'all the cold hard truth right quick. Most of you, not all of y'all, most of you are super lame. Writing this movie off before you've even seen it. Judging a whole ass movie off a trailer. I guess that's what the trailers are for. But this movie's gonna bomb. This movie looks like the worst movie of the year. I haven't seen the whole movie, but it's so bad. That is the type of shit I've been seeing on social media, and it's lame. I absolutely fucking hate when people say a movie's bad and they haven't given it a chance. They haven't watched it. I'll watch a movie just to verify. Like, bad movies build character, I'm sorry. This is not a bad movie. It's not particularly a good movie, but it's entertaining as hell. And for I don't really watch a lot of movies with The Rock and expect a good message, but this movie has a really strong message as to just not being a shitty person, and I appreciated that. I think everything else about this movie is just good enough to not be bad. Like, The Rock is good. The Rock is good, but he's just The Rock that he is in every other movie. But he's basically a soldier, and he's saying all these holiday Christmas phrases and shit as seriously as he possibly can, and I found it to be very funny. Chris Evans is... The movie starts with this Chris Evans prelude as to why he is how and why he is the adult he becomes. So you kind of get it, and it makes for some good laughs. We get J.K. Simmons as jacked, swole Santa Claus. That's funny in itself. Kiernan Shipka, the Netflix Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the daughter from Mad Men, is a solid antagonist. I did not think that... I didn't know what we were going to get with Captain America and Black Adam going against Sabrina the Teenage Witch. You know what I'm saying? To say it like that, it sounds like, what's the point? You know what I mean? But the way that I think this should be looked at, this is basically in the vein of a live action Rise of the Guardians. And there are breadcrumbs sprinkled in here to where this could be a cool franchise. Not every movie has to be a Christmas movie, But there could be a Red One-esque franchise with different mythological holiday fairy tale creatures. You don't even need Chris Evans and The Rock in every movie. Like Lucy Liu could be the Daniel Craig in Knives Out of a Red One franchise. Like Lucy Liu's character could interconnect to like Bigfoot or the Headless Horseman or Krampus or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like the Easter Bunny, whatever. And there could be coolness there, but it's just like the effects were cool enough, the action scenes were cool enough, and I feel like this might be the first like Jake Kasdan movie to not feature Jack Black ever, and he could have easily been like the Nick Kroll character. So I wonder if Jack Black was like maybe like too busy with like Minecraft or some shit. But another thing that annoys me about the normies, you guys, I heard about this movie like 2.5 years ago. I thought it was originally supposed to come out on Prime like this time last year. So when they announced the release date for this weekend, I was like, okay, cool, we getting this in the theater. It would like it's not a bad watch. I'm telling you, it's just everything is good enough to just not be bad. Like The Rock and Chris Evans didn't really have good chemistry, but they were good together. Like the villain was good. Like everything was just good. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that I just overly was annoyed by. It's just this movie is solid. It's good, not great. And it felt like every scene was just a little too long. And then for a split second, I thought that like the defeating of the villain was just gonna be as easy as we saw, and then there was another swerve. Like the final battle was interesting. And actually the third act overall was good. Because there was a lot in the third act that came to pass that I didn't expect. But it's just like the wholesome holiday redemption, I guess. But there are loose ends though. Like there's a Chris Evans subplot that they don't really like tie up. Now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, man, with all that being said, I will say that in my opinion, Red One was solid. Have you seen Red One, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I think I got a review next weekend for Gladiator 2. My theater already has tickets on pre-sale. Moana 2, the Wednesday of Thanksgiving. I recently put up a review for We Live in Time. Still thinking about how good that movie was. I think I told y'all in that review, Reckley Podcast. Shit happens, we didn't do the episode, but we're gonna do it soon, and I still don't have a topic. But there will be a discussion centered around cinema. So be on the lookout, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me. Don't know where to find me? Watch these credits. Peace.